This should have been in movie instead of Harry-Hermione dance scene. This line from Harry is so heartfelt. It speaks so much to their friendship and Harry's understanding of Ron's insecurities. It always hits me during a reread, and I agree, it would have been so nice to hear it in the movie. Then again, I didn't hate the dance scene. It was sweet in its own way. It literally resolves Ron's jealousy issues, such an important scene. It's so frustrating how the movie skipped that. Harry finds out Ron has deep insecurities about Harry and Hermione and he just doesn't address it? Come on. Starfield's take on New Game Plus has to be one of the coolest ideas I've seen in a video game. It would be cooler if the main quest actually answered any of the basic questions it posed at the beginning, like who made the artifacts and what do they mean. Instead, the reward for completing the main quest is simply getting to do it over again. Starfield went into active development shortly after Fallout 4 came out in 2015. Todd Howard said there was a playable state in 2018. I don't think another year would have made much difference. I think, for me personally, the procedurally generated enemy bases just wore on me to the point I didn't want to play anymore. With Fallout 4, I really enjoyed how all the places looked and felt different. It was just annoying to do so many missions where you had to go to the exact same place over and over for side missions. With Starfield it just felt like being stuck in a loop constantly. There are elements of the game I loved, but I felt like it wasn't what was advertised. While the idea is decent, the game is such an utter fucking chore to play, the thought of doing it twice is giving me gray hairs. As of DDBAS1E2, here's everyone who knows Matt Murdock is Daredevil. Let me know anyone I missed. Can't forget about Vanessa. Jennifer Walters also knows who he is. Palpatine vs Mace Windu original test footage for episode 3. I love that Palp's style looks fundamentally different than the Jedi we've seen duel. Every parry seems to blend into a cut. It's lovely. It always feels like all the cut content would have actually made the film significantly better. So, Palps wasn't sandbagging against Mace. Mace legit whopped his ass. Looks sick. What we got instead was kinda lame minus that jump. James Potter. The most 51-year-old looking 21-year-old I've ever seen. A direct result of casting Alan Rickman. They had to age up all the Marauders to match. That's just how young British men looked like in the 80s. Loudly crying face, loudly crying face. Being dead ages you like 30 years. It took me way too long to realize Saw Gerrera is a Che Guevara reference. I'm watching Ender right now, on EP 11 currently. I really like how they are portraying the rebellion as a realistic, ugly, revolutionary force operating from the shadows, making sacrifices to maintain cover, making morally questionable choices for the benefit of the larger goals of the rebellion. It's quite different from the classic freedom fighters as portrayed in the OT, and I kinda appreciate it. Saw Gerrera just didn't have the face for t-shirt sales sadly. For me, it's Scuba Steve. I hope, Senator, after you lost, and the Empire reigns over the galaxy unopposed, you will find some comfort in the knowledge that you fought according to the rules. One of my favorite quotes of Saw's. Made me love his character. Man suffers no BS and takes no quarter. Saw Gerrera's name is a mnemonic riff on the name of the Argentinian revolutionary Che Guevara. Guerrera is also a heterograph of the Spanish word guerrera, meaning female warrior, describing Stila. You're welcome. It's insane how well Reddit trained me to detect even non-obvious crop porn. It wouldn't. At all. You just piss off Palpatine. The sequel trilogy in a nutshell. I don't remember the Force Ghost part at all. Do I need to rewatch ROS? The fact that Johnson's asked Abrams and Abrams was like nope, didn't have answers for any of those things. Joe Russo says Robert Downey Jr. is doing detailed research to prepare to play Doctor Doom. He's writing backstory, costume ideas. He just loves really rich three-dimensional characters. I just hope that RDJ knows that all children in Latveria are commanded by Doom to have a good night's sleep. I mean, he single-handedly got the Russos $90 million, of course they're going to hype the hell out of him. Just realized this. Off topic, but I got so used to the level of quality from post-Clone Wars Season 3 and especially from Season 7/Bad Batch/Tales that seeing Anakin's janky-ass Season 1 model threw me for a loop. Was it done on purpose or not? Ender Season 2 trailers streaming April 22nd on Disney+. Absolutely pumped for this. Can't wait for my boy K2so. Is this the first time a Star Wars trailer has ever used a song not made for Star Wars? I finally found my Anakin. Love it. Hayden would probably wear that exact same outfit in Como. LOL, my dude just came to the con wearing his traditional Canadian garb. Harrison Ford drops out as presenter at 2025 Oscars after shingles diagnosis. Ah man, I had shingles a few months ago and it sucks ass, and I'm about 40 years younger. Still taking pills for the neuro pain. Hope he recovers soon. Got shingles 2.5 years ago after prednisone lowered my immune system, was taking it after completely throwing out my back. The stress and the prednisone was the perfect combination. Went from excruciating back pain to excruciating shingles. Sucked all sorts of ways. I have so much sympathy/empathy for anyone who has it. Hopefully he's on the mend soon. I can't believe my husband spotted this in the 1979 Alien. Alien on mushrooms. Shakti, pranic, and lingha are all words in Ayurveda as well. The production designer was on some next level shit, smiley face. FYI, fly agaric is not the same kind of mushroom that most people associate with magic mushrooms. Those are psilocybin mushrooms. Fly agaric mushrooms are a different species, and contains a different chemical that causes the mind-altering effects. It is a different high than magic mushrooms. It's also the species of mushroom that the super mushroom from Mario is based on. Like and subscribe.